Hey, hi, how are you? My name's Felt, and welcome to some Magic the Gathering. If you're new to the channel, this might be surprising. If you're an old head of the channel, this is not surprising. We love Magic around here. This was from the pre-release of Strixhaven, or I guess full arena release of Strixhaven. I decided to try and do a Witherbloom pre-release set, and it turned into Silverquill because those are the cards I got. It was really fun. I ended up with a really good record. I probably put the spoilers in the title, but if I didn't, you'll get to watch and see how we did. Thanks for hanging out and watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and all that stuff. There's going to be no extra commentary for the rest of the video. Please enjoy. We got 2 copies of Vicious Rivalry, which isn't exactly the best. Did get a Death Cap Clade, got 2 Arcs of Hunger, but we got an Erode, which is a pretty good sign to at least get white, but then we got Awaken the Woods. I don't know, man. What a start. Got a Duty Beyond Death. That's not terrible. Got an Abrade. Gotta pick your poison. Elemental Mascot is okay. It's better than people think. Visionary's Dance is not very good, but it does have the discard, right? Odd and Honest to God Lorehold Charm. Got 2 Borrowed Knowledges. 1 page. Not very much in terms of the Simic stuff. Unironically, it looks like we got a lot of good white cards too, because we got Antiquities on the loose as well, which is a pretty crazy card. 3 mana for 2 2/2s is pretty good. Plus, that means we can play into Erode. We gotta Feed the Swarm. I mean, like, we gotta Wander Off. I mean, let's just... I mean, that's a full deck. Did we get any Silverquill cards? Are we just gonna go Silverquill out of this? We got Abigail, and we got Render Speechless. And we got the Surveil Land, right? Like, that's pretty crazy. And then, what? We didn't get too much of the point and click stuff, right? This is just a 3/3 for 3, though, with scroll boost on it. Shattered Acolyte's just a life linker that can blow stuff up. We know Duty Beyond Death's good. I mean, like, this is an okay card because it could kill stuff that's cheap. We also got one of the repartee cards. Besides, Abigail triggering it really well. I don't know. This feels pretty okay. How many creatures? We got 12 creatures, 7 instants, 6 sorceries. Right? And that includes 3 removal spells, I believe. Between Feed the Swarm, Erode, and Wander Off, that's 3 removal spells. Adventurous Eater's not bad either as a general card. This returns stuff back to hand. This gets bigger with stuff. We don't have much protection, though. But, like, I feel like this is okay. Do we have anything else that has, like, repartee on it? Like, I was gonna say, I don't think so. I think I only got the 1 card that says repartee. However, if we get into green, we get Giant Growth and Pick Your Poison and Burrog Barrage, right? If we stick with black and go into green, means we actually get Honest to God Witherbloom Charm, which is pretty good. Get Pest Mascot, the Rivalry, Root Manipulation, Old Growth Educator, Glorious Decay, Comforting Counsel. I don't know. I feel like the Silverquill pile, ironically enough, will do pretty okay. I'm realizing now that we have 42 cards. I think Dissection Practice is something we don't need 2 copies of, and the same with the... I think that Adventurous Eater is better than the Shopkeep, so we'll cut down to 40 that way. Let's give it a shot, chat. See how it goes. Let's see how this goes, chat. The green avatar gives it more counters? Oh, yikes. Yeah, that will give you problems, Shaman. I've heard people say that in draft, you can kind of go 5-color pile of nonsense, which is pretty fun. This is pretty funny, by the way. The Leech Collector. I kind of like the starting hand, though, because the 1-mana 1/1 is pretty sick. Plus, it has, like, an infinite pump ability in it. Okay, cool. They didn't do anything, so we'll just go ahead and try and cast Leech Collector. They do have a counter spell. Doesn't bother me at all. We still get to cast Antiquities on the Loose on this next turn. And we also have Pull from the Grave here. Pull from the Grave will allow us to get that guy back if we want to. Or girl back, I don't know. Oh my god, it's the whale! It was the whale. That's a really good card for, like, limited sealed environment. However, me having a road does make them have a generally worse time of things. We do get Pull from the Grave on this next turn, which could let us prepare Abigail, which would be pretty cool. Heroic Stance is a really solid thing. Another whale is a little annoying. However, it can just wander off. I feel a little bad for them because I feel like having double whale with Essence Scatter as like a general like starting hand is pretty sick and limited, but like I drafted removal for my sealed. I feel like that's kind of on them a little. Was that 2 damage to each creature? I'll take away one of their guys, and I'll... Oh, they're just leaving. Okay, cool. Bye. That worked out pretty well. I think that was a pretty good first game. I'll happily take a free, easy win there. Also, y'all aren't seeing wrong. That is 55,000 gold to buy packs with. I've been saving since Avatar. Like straight up. I've been saving since like Avatar. Okay, Glyph Mage. We got the 1-drop again. And like, I don't know, 1-drop Death Toucher just seems like such a great turn 1 in a limited format. 1-drop Death Toucher that can self-buff on turn 2 to like go past other 1-droppers is 1-drops is pretty sick. We will go ahead and cast this guy because it gives us access to Rejoinder, whatever that means. And then it's either that or we get Adventurous Eater. A lot of Prismari so far, huh? Swing with the 1/1. That's a sorcery. I think we'll just play the Adventurous Eater. And we'll just use Rejoinder and have a bite on this next turn to like try and get some aggro rolling on my opponent. If they let me. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really impressed with how much love Silverquill has gotten in terms of cards. I always felt that Silverquill was one of the weaker parts of the original Strixhaven, so it's pretty cool to see it has so many good cards this time around. I'm sorry, Pyretic Ritual? That's crazy, dude. All of that for a Molten Core Maestro, I guess. I'm sorry, are they just like looking to deal damage and tap stuff down? That's fine. I will tap this creature and draw a card. I will give my guy a counter. And then swing out. And then on this next turn, I'll be able to play my Eager Glyph Mage and do that again, which will be pretty cool. Interesting. My Barg Bang Maker is looking pretty good. We also actually have one of the Surveil lands, which is nice. They do too, but it looks like we're hitting our land drops and they're not. Which makes it easier for us to use this. Oh, darn, they're hitting land drops. They should have thought that through a little bit better with the Muse Seeker, in my opinion. They basically forcibly discarded themselves out of a card. They could have waited another turn or something. I don't think they're in that much of a rush to try and beat me. Oh no. Anyways, I'm gonna hit him for 7 now. This is, by the way, what you're currently witnessing is why I thought that going Prismari might be a little weak. They have really good cards for drafting around when you get to have more options, but when you're kind of almost shoehorned into it, it feels not the best. Duty Beyond Death was a huge draw here, by the way. Because I have a few ways of hitting lethal if they don't block properly. Because I get to put counters on stuff. They didn't fall for it, but I'm still gonna do this to hit them just a little bit harder. And I will go ahead and hit that Surveil. We'll keep a Road on top. A Road could potentially win us the game if they don't hit a third creature here. Splatter is a blowout, though. That is something that I knew, and I probably should have held on to something. Okay, so they're all tapped out here. So it doesn't really matter what they put on top or not here, because we're just going to erode them. If they swing out at all, they die. Okay, good. They played it carefully. We'll go ahead and kill off this guy. Go ahead and make him a forcible double block, giving them a much harder time fighting into me. I also have now ruined their Surveil, so whatever was on top is no longer on top. Forcing the double block, because if they don't block on each of them, they die. And then because they're in Prismari, and I know they do damage based on numbers, and it's not typically just destroy target, I'm going to hold back my mana and not immediately Surveil, netting us the victory because they probably top-decked something that they didn't want. Victory for Silverquill! Which is still hilarious that my Witherbloom draft turned into a Silverquill deck, but you know, we'll take it. Sometimes it just works that way. You don't have to follow what they give you. There's nothing wrong with pivoting. Spivoting, by the way. I used word good. How are y'all doing, chat? Have y'all been having fun with this set? I've been having a lot of fun just, like, looking through all the cards. I need to, like, fully organize the cards that I have, currently just sitting in a box right now. God, I love this art of Feed the Swarm. But I'm also just excited because of all the cool reprints. It's just so fucking cool. All the reprints are so sick. If they erode me, I'm not mad about it. If they hit me with something else, I'm a little mad about it. Oh no, guys, they're going to give me a thing. Because they want to kill my guy, and then I will feed the swarm. Yo, thanks for the free prepared, buddy. I will feed the swarm. I will then... I think send in the pest is actually pretty sick here. Force them to discard when they already mulliganed down one, and I killed off one of their creatures. I have a removal spell in hand, and this makes me another creature. They got rid of their locust spray? I would have kept that. They could have killed the flyer with that. I have this. I'll just kill that guy because I don't want to deal with it. We'll see if they fall for it. Oh, baby. We're kind of blowing them out right now. Like, they could easily still turn this around, don't get me wrong. But, like, so far this has been a pretty good one. So they got back their 3-drop. That's pretty cool. They gave themselves the guy. We're swinging in for lethal. They have to start blocking. Put them down to 3. They're on a 3-turn clock. They could have more ways of gaining life, and I'm not, like, worried that much. They had a second locust spray? That's interesting. If they start swinging out, we are on the winning side of that. We got another creature. That's pretty good. One that is now a lethal threat on its own, and then another one that'll slowly chip them away if they trade. They have some form of reanimation, it seems, based on the way that they're piddling with their hand. We have lethal now, 2 ways to Sunday. That doesn't bother me, because I have lethal. Wahoo! Let's go! Silverquill on top! Silverquill on top. I actually really like Silverquill so far. I'm not usually like an Orzhov player. There's only like a handful of Orzhov cards that have like really piqued my curiosity over the years. This is sick. We have our 1-drop that if we draw into any other good cards, they're fire. We have a good 3-drop that that synergizes with the next creature we have. But also, they synergize well with this. I'm so excited. We don't currently have a 2-drop play, but that's not the end of the world. Because we drew a tapped land. Let's go! Sorry, I'm excited. This is a bit scary because they have the blue mana. Yeah, but it's okay. They make it 2/2. This is going to become a 3/3 because of Adventurous Eater, which is pretty cool. Shattered Acolyte's a pretty good thing here. This makes 2 2/2s as well, which is pretty good. Birdchild now. I know. I'm sad. Oh my god, they already have it set up for flow state. Look at them go. This is a card that I want to be good, but I'm pretty sure it isn't good. Not in standard. I think in standard, flow state will be about as good as sleight of hand. And if you don't know what I mean by about as good as sleight of hand, I mean it will be a-okay and fine. And playable. Yeah, no Terrafractal for you, thanks. And we have Masterful Flourish to save anyone that they try and kill. Oh no. Oh, don't make it a blowout. Chat, it's a blowout. Oh no. Let's go! Silverquill on top! I'm amazed that this is going so well, considering I wasn't sure. My everything didn't look that great, but we're up to 4 wins, knock on wood. Yes, hello, kitty cats. Hello, kitty cats. How are we doing down there? So, Dissection Practice is a pretty good turn 1 spell. Erode is not as good. So we're just going to play the Black Source because I want to be able to kill something that's a 1-1. Well. What a wonderful turn 1 for me. Antiquities on the Loose is coming up soon. That's pretty sick. Which we will just play to get our 2 2/2s. I think that this card is an absolute bomb in I'm not letting them have the 3/3. I think that Antiquities on the Loose is an absolute bomb for limited in both Lorehold and Silverquill stuff. I will also happily give them the land to take away a 3/3 with First Strike. A 3/3 with First Strike that, if they can re-prepare it, is just a menace and a pain in my side. We also get access to Rejoinder. Tap, if it's your turn, put a stun counter on it. Okay. We're just going to hold up Wander Off and Masterful Flourish. Wander Off is such a good removal spell. And we're already kind of ahead on our curve here in terms of, like, we have creatures. Oh, they had a Zombify. That's fun. I think it was just Forum's Favor holding up priority. I don't think they have a way to prevent exiling removal. Okay, we can do this, and we can use this, and we still get to hold up Masterful Flourish. And if we hit another land, we get to make 2 more 2/2s and make them all 3/3s. I'm just really happy that Silverquill feels this good right now. I don't think that they felt the best in last Strixhaven. I think they felt okay and had some good cards. I don't think they felt amazing. Actually, I'm going to just use this. I'm just going to use the card that I have access to. And then I'm going to swing out for potential lethal. That's still lethal. Sick. Silverquill just feels so good. I know I'm a little lucky with some of these cards, but a lot of these are just, like, some of the commons and uncommons. Like, I feel like I'm doing pretty well with just the commons and uncommons that the game has given me. I'm pretty excited. This is fun. Oh my god, they put the QQ tip on an actual tip screen. Let's go. Waits patiently. Waits patiently. Make them concede. Man. Forced draw. Still at 5 wins and 0 losses. That's pretty sick. Knock on wood. We're just going to keep rocking out the, like, kind of mid-rangey aggro feel of Silverquill. I don't think Silverquill in first Strixhaven was, like, bad. It didn't feel this good. I think Repartee is a much better everything. Sick starting hand. Example here is I'm pretty sure this is, like, supposed to be a Silverquill card. Oh, Pursue the Past. This is a really fun addition for whatchamacallit, for Lorehold. We're just gonna play Leech Collector. Okay, okay. We will just get our antiquities on the loose. We will potentially erode this thing if stuff starts going poorly for us. They can't play that card, thankfully. They have another one. That's not amazing. Let's go ahead and tap one down. Just gonna swing out. They're just gonna let me do 6 damage, I guess. We're just gonna hold up a road just in case. I will happily erode one of them if they start making them too big. Them having 2 of these is a bit much, yeah. But I will use removal if necessary. Oh, okay. Yeah, I will go ahead and kill off one of the mascots now. I don't know why they're blowing up the Leech Collector. That feels a little strange, but I'm not going to complain, right? I think they're worried about the repeated bloodletting. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, mwah. Chef's kiss. What good back-to-back draws there. And by back-to-back draws, I mean I hit my removal spells. What did they mill over? Molten Note. Nice. So they can, just deal damage to something. Are they going to use it again? Oh, they're going to use their other Molten Note. Interesting. Well, we will now just Antiquities on the loose. Giving ourselves a bunch of 3/3s, which they can maybe cast one of these, right? And so, well, excuse me. While that does do 8 damage, it's not that scary in the long run because I get to hit him for 6 here. And then I have another 3/3 left over, so unless they have, what, 3 removal spells and a blocker, or 2 removal spells and a blocker here, this is just gonna be game, because I have lethal on the swing back. Let's go. Another dub in the bag. I tell you what. I tell you what, chat. Silverquill feeling good. I can't stop saying it. I can't stop praising them. Knock on wood. Maybe part of it is I just know Strixhaven really well because I like Strixhaven so much. Strixhaven was one of the newer sets when I first came into Magic, I believe. I don't have the right colors of mana yet, but Burg Banemaker is like, I love him. Look at them! These are Frog Warlock! What's not to love? And we have the right colors of mana. We're holding Interjection just in case. They look like they are in Lorehold colors. I will happily make this be fizzled. Doing my Adventurous Eater. I don't know who's going to get the buff on this turn. Not exactly super worried though, but I'm probably just going to use it on one of them. We have Pull from the Grave, which will I may play it until end of turn. You know what? We'll just go ahead and play it then. They can play their Spirit Mascot until end of turn, but we have a Wander Off to get rid of it. If we draw a land, that looks even better. We drew a land. This looks even better. This lets us put a counter onto Adventurous Eater, which means that this will no longer kill them. And it makes them a 4/3, which is pretty scary. And if they do have a way to kill it, we have Pull from the Grave. Plus we have Abigail on this upcoming turn, which will be pretty great. Oh no! Ooh! Well, that's scary for us. We do have a 4/3 that'll be able to help against it. Shattered Acolyte will prepare Abigail, which is quite nice. This is quite a scary card, a trampling, lifelinking 4/3. Also, it means that Sloths are back, which makes us happy. They're allowed to discard draw. What do they drop? Shattered Acolyte. Neat. I played one of those. They have their own 3/3 here. All I care about is that I can get rid of this by trading with Adventurous Eater. Or in this case, I can just kill it. I'm probably going to just use Heroic Stanza on Abigail here. A 3/4 flyer is a 4-turn clock. That is a tad scary. We also have Pull from the Grave to bring back anything that they get rid of, which is quite nice. Spirit Mascot, pretty scary card, especially because they have something they can play from the graveyard right now. However, oh no, it's not. So they just have a 3/1. They may discard and draw. So at the moment, we're pretty well set to just like have Abigail slowly beat them to death over a few turns. We're just going to go ahead and double block here and then pump this guy so that they can't kill them both. I don't know which one they want to get rid of, but it's not a big deal either way. But with Pull from Grave, we can bring one of them back here in a bit. Not too scared of what's happening right now. Especially because they really shouldn't have thrown away this guy. Charging Strife Knight is a good way to get rid of their hand and just pull stuff back over and over again. Yeah, that is a good card for them to be playing there. Unfortunately for them, we do have Pull from Grave. They do get to remove this from their graveyard to Surveil, which buffs Spirit Mascot. It does also gain them a bit of life. Gonna go ahead and grab those two back. They can do this and bring it back. I think we're just gonna go ahead and play Abigail here. And more or less bait out their removal spell if they get the mana for it. I have to mute them because Abigail off to the side here will not stop making noises. I'm going to hit them with a you should have done this differently. If they had done that on this turn, they could have easily done this to blow up Abigail. They would have had the mana. They can still do it. It's just one of those things of doing it like that just slowed them down and just like ate up their graveyard sooner than they had to have. We are out of most of our removal. However, I'm not exactly worried about it. See what I mean? Like, they could have done this differently than how they did. On the plus side, we still got to hold back our Banemaker, which means that this guy is just not that scary. Yes, technically it is a 7/7, but this is a 1/1 with Death Touch, which is what really matters. I will make you discard a card, actually. So get rid of what's in your hand, buddy. It was another Tome Blast, so now we will play our Glyph Mage. This might be our first loss on the docket. We haven't had much of a choice. They've had twice as much removal as us, and there is very little to be done about that. You know what I mean? The reason we didn't play the Banemaker is because playing this plus that took care of their hand. And just made life a little better. Go ahead and block because I can. And now this guy will grow big enough to get out of range of Tome Blast. An Adventurous Eater will kill a Rubble Rouser if they block. And otherwise it is a 2-turn clock. Is that an instant? It's a sorcery. Wonderful. Bro, what? That's crazy, man. Just go ahead and dump all my mana into him because I don't care. If they swing out, they die. Fantastic. I took away their biggest, scariest threat there without much of an anything. Now, could they have a way to get it back? Could they have a way to do something about it? Yeah, sure. But on average, that whole everything there works out very well in my favor. We'll just eat it, and we'll just hope to find some good stuff here. We can't afford to block it forever. This is okay. Means we can chump block with one of our Adventurous Eaters now. Spirit Mascot's looking worse and worse by the minute. All they have left is the Lorehold in their graveyard, but they can go ahead and surveil one again, which allows them to hit me for 2 more if they tap both their Rubble Rousers. If we have a way to get rid of one of their blockers, we most likely have lethal. However, it looks like we have indeed lost this one. But we'll find out, won't we? We could still very well pull this out. It's unlikely, but it is possible. Let's go ahead and hit that Surveil. And let's see what our last card is. Another land. Darn. Alas, did not get to go flawlessly 7-0. They had, 1, 2, 3, 4... 4 removal spells that they hit in their, like, top 10 cards. It's kind of hard to beat 4 removal spells in the top 10. Here, I thought I was good with having 4 removal spells in my deck. Alas. We get to go first. This is fine. Not my favorite starting hand, but it's fine. With Feed the Swarm and Send in the Pest so early. I'm just not going to deal with that. Goodbye. Just, I don't care. Spirit Call Enthusiast will be my next card, probably, because Send in the Pest hits their hand and makes us a thing for the Enthusiast. This also lets us have a road up, which will be quite good. Does this make mana? He makes a green. Oh, they're like true Witherbloom. Nice. When it dies, they make 2 1/1s. I'm making them discard so I can make a 1/1. Then we will have a road to take out the Sloth. They will make 2 1/1s, but I will also have some creatures to block with, which will be pretty nice. The way that they're pausing like this is going to make me go, just pre-erode the guy. The giant pause like that made me think that they were thinking of grabbing and holding on to a protection spell. So just getting rid of the guy they want to protect seems like a solid play. Scroll Boost is really nice in general. The pests are so cute, man. They get to gain some life. A little scary because of stuff like this. But it's not the end of the world. Go ahead and kill off that mascot. And we're sitting pretty. Eager Glyph Mage will help us out and get us out of this a little bit, I think. Drawing some lands would be good. Drawing some other stuff would be good. Darn. Go ahead and trade out. No reason not to. Make a 1/1, make a 3/3. Pretty good value for a 4-mana card, especially when my opponent's going wider than me. The shop keeps an okay drop here. We could trade it for maybe the Newt. Oh, they just have even more removal spells. Wowee. Here I was thinking I did okay with my handful that I drafted. Go ahead and play the shopkeep and pass the turn. We can trade with, we can kill off the Lunaret. Oh, that's just game. Right? Oh no, Black is the only one that actually does anything. That's fine then. Shattered Acolyte's a pretty okay thing to block with, potentially. Keep Duty Beyond Death handy. Seems like they went, alright, so I'm just going to draft all the removal under the sun, unfortunately for ourselves. Hate that for me. Why are they not swinging? Are they okay? People not swinging when they have such an obvious advantage in the moment always confuse me. We've already used 2 of our best removal spells, haven't we? We've used we've used 3 of them. Oh yeah, that's just, we're out of here, baby. That Black becomes a 6/7, and that is very hard to kill. Especially because we already used all of ours. All of our good early removal. We're going to end up at 6-3 due to just bad luck against removal heavy decks? Probably. Arena players and refusing to draft anything but pure removal tribal. Good hand. Not the best hand, but a good hand. It would be better with an actual black source in it, but we will take playing our 1-drop on turn 2. It is okay. You know what? We'll play our 2-drop on turn 2. If they have a Quandrix Charm, make it cost 2 more. That means that Lecturing Scorn Mage will look all the better. Cuboid Colony, oh no! It's the bees! Go ahead and play Abigail because they're tapped out. Swing in with the 2/2 because they have lifelink. And then we'll be able to play this and then use Abigail's spell on the 2/2, which will be very nice. And then on the next turn we can play the Glyph Mage and then play Abigail's spell again, I believe. No, actually we'll be 1 shy because we'll only have 5 mana. Oh, Increment, how annoying you are. Hit them with the oops, make them think you fucked up. See if they fall for it. They didn't fall for it. Darn. We still have Interjection to block something on this next turn, though. I don't know why they didn't, like, precast the spell. I feel like that would have been pretty good, considering they have Topiary Lecturer here. Already tapping for 2 green, making Deep Sight much better. They already played their land, though, so now they're no longer prepared, which is rough. I need to cast a creature spell to make Abigail be prepared again, unfortunately. A little sad. Maybe we'll get a cheap spell. Ooh, they fell for my bluff. That's good for me. Oh my goodness, we get to prepare a spell again. Let's go. Make Shattered Acolyte bigger, make them bigger. Swing out for a lot.
There's swinging spells in here.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're at the moment 6 and 2. Our opponent has 4 life left. They got a full grip and like 9 mana in Simic colors, so I'm pretty scared, but like, we could still win. If we draw a land, Eager Glyph Mage plus Abigail's prepared spell will probably guarantee us victory. Lecturing Scorn Mage will be huge. Is my opponent good? Did they just like hard whiff on everything they needed? Or are they just like slow rolling it? Manual tapping feels weird, man. Using their timeouts to manual tap when you had 3 islands and 3 forests is a decision. Chat, do we think they're okay? Okay, they fractalized. They turned their cuboid colony into a 9/9. I have 20 life still. They accidentally let priority pass, so now they were forced into combat and lost their mana. They're swinging with the 9/9. They have 1 blue, and I have 2 lethal creatures. And I'm just gonna swing. Alright, well, that's game. That's nice 7-2 record.
Hey, good job, my love.
This might have gone on YouTube, but now you're yelling in the background.
You put videos with me in the background on YouTube all the time.
Yeah, but now I get to shame you in the video.